My name is Rebecca. I am a single mom to 3 girls. Today I have an awesome job as a painter and decorator, but it was not an easy road to get here.
The pandemic has exposed many inequities and disparities in our society, particularly for women and girls. But because of the pandemic, we saw a huge uptake in gender-based violence. Because women couldn't leave their homes during the pandemic, violence for vulnerable women actually escalated.
We met right out of high school, and I think we were dating for like 3 months before he proposed. After our first daughter was born, he changed. He became verbally abusive, and he would, tell me I was worthless. So when my second daughter was born, it got worse. He got violent and started breaking things. I actually tried to leave him many times, but I had like 0 support and a high school education. Then I got pregnant with our third daughter, and COVID hit. So now we were all home together, and that's when it got really, really bad. I searched online for advice on how to leave him for good. I literally typed those words in. I immediately called a women's abuse helpline, and they told me, fortunately, that there was space at a YWCA women's shelter near us.
Our Violence Against Women shelters are a starting base for gender diverse communities, women and their children who have just left a violent scenario, and it's a chance for them to start rebuilding their life.
Everyone at the shelter was super supportive. I had a lot to deal with. I was on autopilot, but my main concern was my girls and how, I was gonna help them get through this. I knew I had to find a job to support my girls.
We have advocated for programming specifically to women, and our employment programs, many of them are women-only programs.
Our YWCA Toronto Painter and Decorator pre-apprenticeship program actually has been serving participants for the last 5 years, and we've really done very successfully in this program, both for the participants who undertake this training as well as for employers who actually eventually hire some of our participants.
Through that placement, I was finally able to earn a living and save some money in order to find a place of our own. Unfortunately, rents in Toronto are really expensive, so I didn't know how I was going to be able to afford to find a place that was, big enough for the 4 of us.
Without access to adequate housing, safety for women is absolutely compromised. Access to safe, affordable housing is the first step for a woman who has survived gender-based violence to achieve stability in her life.
My worker found us a great 2-bedroom place at the Bergamot Apartments, and it just felt great to have our own place and to feel safe. Everybody there, they're all survivors like me, and it's amazing to feel that bond and support from other people. I had to find daycare for my baby, and it's expensive. And I was stressed about how I was going to be able to afford that on top of, diapers, food, clothes.
There are a number of things that the pandemic has made clear to all of us now. And one of the things is the absolute need for affordable childcare.
We understand that in Toronto that the cost of childcare is extremely high, and we provide subsidized costs so that families can afford to have their child in childcare and in the hands of early childhood educators and assistants who care about their overall health and well-being.
The last piece of the puzzle was for me to find daycare for my baby, and bonus, there was daycare right in the building. My older girls are doing a lot better too. They're calmer and happier and have made new friends.
YWCA Toronto has always advocated for systemic issues for women and girls. And we continue to do that because only by raising the issues will there ever be change.
We have our good and bad days. Pain doesn't just go away, but I guess it takes time to heal. I don't know what the future holds for us, but I know that I wouldn't be here, we wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for the support of YWCA Toronto.